graveyard, come into the grave. But beware, this graveyard is very, very old. Whatever you do, don't leave open the graveyard gate. Don't leave open the graveyard gate. Come into the storyteller's graveyard, my darlings. Come inside. You'll find no flowers in this garden, nothing minty, nothing chivy. Just lots and lots of poison ivy. And beware the storyteller's magic glance, for just one look into her eye might turn you to a furry black cat. And beware the witch's magic storytelling brew, for just one sip might turn you or you into black bats to fly the midnight skies. Now don't leave open the graveyard gates. No, don't leave open the graveyard gates. No, don't leave open the graveyard gates. Anna Sue and her mama lived right in this area, and she was a brave little girl. Back in those days, everybody walked everywhere, and she would love to walk up and see her auntie down the road, down the little trail. And her mama, who was a real strong, good mother, would say, now be careful, Anna Sue. When you walk past the graveyard, remember to whistle so nothing will follow you home. And whatever you do, if you see those gates open, you make sure somebody helps you close them. Of course, Addie Mae said, yes, ma'am. And Addie Mae Sue would beg and beg to go see her auntie. Please let me go see Auntie Sarah. Finally, her mama said, all right, honey, but you hurry on home. There's a storm brewing, and I'm kind of worried about these lightnings. So Addie Sue got some tea for her mama, and she started walking on down the little lane, and it passed right by a graveyard just like this. And when she passed by, the gate was shut tight. Now Addie Sue got to her auntie's house, and Auntie Sarah had tea, and they talked, and they did a little bit of quilting, because back in those days you did stuff like that instead of watching TV. They didn't need TV back in those days. And Aunt Sarah was telling her stories. She loved those stories. But it got later and later and darker and darker. Auntie Sarah said, you know, we really need to get you on the path going home. Here, take your mama these muffins and head on out. Remember, back then, they didn't have flashlights. And as she walked, it got darker and darker. She could see the skies clouding up. And then, before she was even near her house, the heavens opened up and lightning came down and thunder, and they were crashing everywhere in the rain. She was soaking wet. She almost dropped the basket. She started trying to run, but she couldn't run fast enough. You can't run out stone like that. So she was just almost home, and that's when she saw it. The graveyard. And that's when she heard a loud crash, and a tree fell right on the graveyard gate, and it knocked that gate open and stuck it open. Oh no, said Addie Sue, what am I going to do? I got to close that gate. Mama said if I don't, who knows how many ghosts and spirits will come out. Who knows what we'll be able to, I better try. So she got over and started pushing, but the tree was big around. There was no way a girl like her could do it. She was about to give up, and she thought, no, I have to try one more time. So with her last bit of energy, she gave a great big shove, and with that crash, the tree fell off the gate, and she was able to close the gate. And then she ran all the way home, deathly afraid. when she got there, she was telling her mama the whole story, and her mama got her all dried and got her a blanket, got her by the fire with some cocoa. Her mama was hearing her story again, and she said, Patty said, I am so proud of you. You were so strong that you kept everybody safe. You are such a good girl. So from then on, Addie Mae continued to do good deeds. But whenever she walked by the graveyard, she remembered to watch and make sure the graveyard gate was closed tight. 'Cause don't leave open the graveyard gates. No, don't leave open the graveyard gates.